Hello and welcome to the first episode of Culinary Travels, a brand new program which we hope you will find informative and interesting. I'm Chef Robert Harlan and I'll be your host today. We're here at the Negros Museum in the heart of Bacolod City. It's a major tourist attraction. It features fascinating displays tracing the rich history and heritage of Negros. Spanish missions, cane plantations, the development of the sugar industry, including, of course, the role that steam trains, the iron dinosaur, played in that history, and of course even revolution. Now if you're wondering what a museum has to do with food, you'll find that out very shortly. But first, let's go into the museum and talk to the museum president, Lynn Gamboa. Let's go. The museum is a very popular destination here for tourists, so give us a little bit of the history.
When I first came to Negros in the 60s, the ladies, the older ladies who were involved in culture and arts and everything, kept talking about, we want to build a museum, let's have a museum. So the governor at the time, Governor Bitay Lacson, said to me, Lynn, why don't you put up a museum at the Capitol building, which had been abandoned? So the exhibits you will see here have become smaller because we have less space for the original sized batil that we had as our main exhibit. However, we opted to tell the story of sugar instead of artifacts, which we don't have really. However, when Governor Joseph Marañon came into office, he asked if he could build another museum for us because he wanted to restore the old Capitol building. And so I said, well, I had no objections because rightfully the Capitol building is the seat of government. And so you are now here in another old building.
Now this building is a beautiful neoclassical building. I understand that it was the last example of American colonial style building built by the Americans before the Pacific War, I believe about 1940. But it is a very fitting venue for...
Yes, it is.
Now, apart from the exhibits that are fixed, you also have regular art shows here?
Yes. This museum is a provincial museum. So we have changing exhibits for any of the Negros artists, particularly who want to exhibit here.
Terrific. Lynn, thank you very much indeed for your time today. Thank you. Apart from the fascinating artifacts in the museum, there's another gem here, and it's called the Negros Museum Cafe. It's a very special cafe, not like the usual run-of-the-mill cafes that you'll find in museums around the world. This one is run by a Dutch chef, Guido Nason, and his wife Gemma, and it's an exceptional place based on the principle of producing the finest food using the finest local ingredients, and it really is a gastronomic experience. So come with me and we'll talk to Guido and his wife Gemma about their concept of producing the menu that they have of locally sourced and very delectable food. Well, here we are in the Museum Cafe with Guido and Gemma Nason, the owners of the cafe, and we're going to have a chat with them about their concept, the way that they've approached providing meals that are based on, where possible, organic produce and all natural, and they make their own, much of their own stuff, bacon, bread, ham, cheeses, sauces and ice cream. So it's really a fantastic concept they have here. But first, let me ask Guido a question. Guido, you're a Dutchman.
Yeah.
Your wife's Filipino.
Yes.
We're here in the Philippines. How come you arrived here in Negros?
Long story, but in a nutshell, I volunteered for a Dutch organization, what's called the PUM. That's project sending managers to developing countries, and I volunteered for whatever 10 years, and or 2005 to go to the Philippines, to Negros. I said, never heard, and let's go. You always go alone, so it's an adventure here.
So your background has always been in the hospitality, catering area?
Yeah, I'm a professional in nutrition, in developing of hospitality industry, in building hospitality industry, and in tourism. So I'm very, many aspects of the whole tourism and hospitality industry. Now, Gemma, I arranged for her a traineeship in Holland, and Dutch government paid for that. And she went a month to Holland to work in Michelin star restaurants. All the products from this island, oh, you can do 1,001 more dishes with that than what's the Filipino kitchen right here, right now.
Now, I understand that you don't look at recipes, you invent your own. What do you base most of the dishes on in terms of local produce?
The pork meat is beautiful here. That still has the nice fat on it. What's in Western world, they made pigs who don't get fat anymore. It's really unbelievable. But a beautiful pig meat, beautiful chickens. I'm talking then about free-range chickens. Vegetables and absolutely the fruits. It's great, absolutely.
And Gemma, you are always trying to get the organic produce and get it locally.
Yes,
Any difficulties in getting it?
in the first time. Now it's okay. We have lots of contact.
So the organic, seems to me that the organic movement has made great strides in the last few years.
It's developing in a great way. Especially our governor is pushing organic. Marañón is doing very well. He is really with an agricultural background.
Very few people make their own cheese. In fact, I think you're the only one in Negros that does it. Why would you make your own and not buy it?
Because everything what's not there, I like to make myself. So the nickname of the Dutch is cheeseheads. So what do you want more? And there is goat milk available, there is cow milk available, and there is carabao milk available. So we make cheese. Why not? You can do everything. Give me the product and I make food out of it.
But have you never thought of expanding from restaurant business to producing?
You know, I came here in 2005 to voluntarily to help up to develop and to do much better in catering industry, in hospitality industry, in tourism and whatever. And I'm still here to teach as much as possible people how to make nice things out of what they produce here. That's just to beef up the local economy. More vegetables, more fruit, drink your own coconut, eat your Bago sea salt, your own sea salt, eat your local products, very important.
Yeah.
Buy in the mountains, then you go to the market. And the last one is the supermarket.
A lot of people think if it's imported, it's better than local.
No, what's imported is worse than what you get from your own soil. Keep the money in the Philippines. Pay your own people around you for producing your food, nothing else than that.
Do you ever get lost for ideas when it comes to inventing new dishes?
No problem. Ongoing, yeah.
Well, they say that if you haven't eaten here in the Museum Cafe, you're missing a gastronomic experience.
Yeah, you cannot say about yourself, but I think so.
Good, excellent, good. Guido, Gemma, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.